What's going on, Bucs fans? Back here for another episode of the Pirate Parlay podcast here on the Sick Podcast Network. And it's not just any episode, it's my 100th episode. Super excited to continue to build this fan base with you guys here in the Tampa Bay area and all across the country. And we've got a special guest on for you. You didn't think I'd run a 100th episode without having a special guest for you guys. So it's going to be a great show. Really excited to get into it, and we'll do that right after the break.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to the Sick Podcast. Pirate Parlay.
Battle intercepted, picked off in the end zone. Bucs are going to beat the Chiefs. We're the champions of the world.
The sickest Tampa Bay Buccaneers podcast. It's going to be sick.
Welcome back to the other side here on the Pirate Parlay podcast on the Sick Podcast Network. As I mentioned, I'm JC, I'm your host, and a special guest today on our 100th episode. I can't wait to bring him in. Before we do that, like, subscribe, turn notifications, copy the link, send it to a friend. Let's get more people watching this show, especially this one, because our special guest is none other than, drum roll please, for number 94. Top defensive lineman for the Buccaneers. We've got Calijah Kancey in the building today. Calijah, how are we doing, my man?
What's going on, JC, man? I'm doing good.
Happy to have you on here. Super excited. It is our 100th episode, and I couldn't think of anyone to do it better with than my guy, Calijah Kancey here. Let's just jump right into it because the football season's right around the corner. We've got less than 7 days. How excited are you to get back to playing football?
Man, I'm pumped, man. Honestly, I can't stop talking about it, especially for me it's a little more personal, missing the opening week 1 2 years in a row. So, it's kind of different for me around this time.
Let's jump into that. What can you describe what it feels like to be fully healthy going into week 1 for the first time in your career? I mean, you go back to the week 1, you played, I think, the first half before the injury kind of bothered back up, but you definitely weren't yourself and the guy that you turned yourself into. So what's that feel like to be able to just kind of go out there and say, hey, I'm ready for week 1, baby?
Man, it feel great. When you work so hard, you put yourself in the best position as possible to be the best version of yourself. Man, you just ready to let it out, show everybody else like the work you've been putting in, and Sunday we get an opportunity to do that as a team and me as a player.
Yeah, and you watch your first 2 years and even missing time last week. Last year you didn't come back to week 6. You missed about 4.5 games your rookie year. And you still were high up on the team in sacks, in pressures, in disrupting the quarterback and his process. And we talked to you earlier in the offseason. You set a lofty goal for yourself. You said you don't want to just lead the team in sacks, lead the defensive line in sacks, which the defensive line led the entire team in sacks last year, something you got to be pretty proud of. You want to lead the entire league in sacks. So how do you get there?
I think it's really just being able to, execute when it's time, when those opportunities are presented, just being able to be relentless out there. And, a lot of guys get their sacks, more so just being relentless. If you look at the guys who's the top edge rushers or pass rushers or defensive linemen in the league, they're being relentless. They're being unblockable. They're being disruptive. And that's something I want my game to be known as when I go out there and play. So I feel like it's not more so about the best move or you got to have a certain technique or a certain move. I really just think it's about being relentless and just straight up letting the guy know across from you that you can't block me and it's going to be a long day.
There's been a certain guy who went to a certain same school as you that you've had certain comparisons to, coming out and over that. And he's one of the only guys in the past couple of years to not only win Defensive Player of the Year, but also lead the league in sacks. So what do you take from watching Aaron Donald is who I'm talking about? What did you take from him? Do you reach out to him? Does he talk to you at all? And like, how have you maybe changed the way you train in the offseason? Pretty sure you've been doing Pilates, right? How does something like that help you? And how do you get there as far as changing whatever you're doing or increasing whatever you've been doing?
I haven't talked to AD in a while, but just being able to watch his game on watch his film, watch his tape, and see what he does. It's a lot that you can take from him with a guy of that caliber, and just me, just being able to go out there and better set like so just put it on film, and
Eh,
um, this off season, like I just learned to take care of my body. I definitely implemented a little Pilates to get some movement going. I haven't been consistent with the Pilates, I can say honestly, but giving it a try, trying something new, seeing what works, what doesn't. I definitely like it. It helps, work the muscles that everyone don't too much know about or use. And then also just being able to be flexible, being able to
definitely.
help as far as like bending, and we do a lot of hip hinging and playing with bent knees. So just being able to feel comfortable in those positions, I feel like that's what helped me really look into it.
And the Pilates you mentioned can help with that bend and getting around the corner. And I know Yaya's been doing it. I know you guys are really close, and
Yeah.
you can see the bend. He's got a little bit more bend and flexibility to him just watching throughout camp. But
Mhm.
you were a killer off the edge too last year. Limited snaps, of course. But are you
Yeah.
hoping to get more opportunities out there? Bowles does some crazy things with that defense.
Yeah, Coach Bowles, man, you never know, man. I might be at linebacker one week, I might be at edge. The next week I might play a little nose, I might play a little five. Like you never know with Coach Bowles. He get exotic, man. When you go to putting things on film that he likes, then that's when he just go to getting more creative, and it's not bad, but like it's a good problem, You go out there and do something freakish. Now he's putting you in a position to go display that like on the actual play now. So
Right.
it's all fun though.
Do you expect to get some more looks at the 7, maybe the 9 out there
Yeah,
wide?
I'm definitely expecting to get put in those positions and go out there and dominate. I'm a rusher, man. I could play the whole entire line. So wherever he's lined me up at, or I line up at, I'm gonna make a difference.
The defensive line led the way last year, like I said, in sacks and a lot with attitude as well. Is there an urgency to bring that attitude up front this season? Kind of fly off the snap as a unit and just overwhelm opposing offensive lines.
Yeah, that's pretty much the standard. With us being the defensive line, we want to set the standard. We want to lead and let guys follow us. And we want to do it the right way. So if that's us having to go out there and make all the plays, which we would want to do, then that's what we would do. Selfishly, yeah, we would want to do that. But
Of
we
course.
got we got we got a lot of great players on our team, so it's going to be hard to do that. But as a defensive line, we definitely want to take over the game. We want to make it known that we're unblockable and we're the reason why. Selfishly, like I said, but it's still we still have a lot of great players in every level of the football on our team.
No, you've certainly been giving the offensive line fits this camp. Especially Vita Vea and you just looking out there. Vita's just still unblockable at times at his age and his size. It's remarkable to watch. And then what that does is just free up you so much to be able to get those one-on-ones. And I think one of the biggest additions to this team is Haason Reddick. Um, because he gives you a true edge rusher. And I love Joe.
Yeah.
Joe's my guy, but Joe didn't have the track record that Hassan has.
Mhm.
How does his addition change the way the front four operates now that you have dual dogs out there on the edge?
Hassan coming in with a guy with the name he has already in this league. It comes with a lot. As far as him being the guy he's are and the things he put on film already, and his I think it's like his ninth year in the league. So teams they got a game plan. Like
Right.
we already got me, Yaya, Nelly, Vita, Logan. Chris Brad. We got air. We already got a lot of great guys, and then you
Right.
come and we get Hassan. Now it's like, all right, that's another problem for you to think about, you know. So I mean, it's gonna be hard, man. I'm excited to see, like I say, man. We all out there gonna be out there hunting, you know, and just competing to make plays, man. Just racing to the quarterback, and just causing disruption. That's our goal, man. We talk about it a lot, man. It's
Yeah.
our goal.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And one thing about Hassan, as you mentioned, Vita Vea, the ESPN came out with their top 100 players, and then they came out with their top biggest snubs, and Vita Vea was one of them. And an unnamed, unsourced, quoted NFC coach said, "When we turn on the film, Vita Vea is one of the first things we look at is how we're going to game plan him." And now you have Haason Reddick. Do you feel like that's going to get open things up for everyone else on the line now that you have two guys you got a game plan? And like specifically for you, how does it kind of change what you do having Hassan next to you as opposed to maybe last year or the year before when you had Joe out there?
I think it's pretty much it's I wouldn't say it's pretty much the same. But I mean, it'll have to start within like the a few games where we actually get the reps and we see guys. We see if those guys like actually like respect Hassan or respect Vita or Yaya or whoever. Like it's really
Yourself.
based off. Yeah, myself. It's really based off of what that team think of us. And we know what type of guys we are. We all are gonna like we going out there to kill. We it's no all right.
Hunting.
We don't no yeah. We out there hunting. So it's really based off of what that offensive coordinator or that head coach have to plan, or that offensive line coach what they think. If they think all four of us is guys, then they're in trouble. If they think just one of us is that guy, they're in
You're in
trouble. Like
trouble.
like no matter what, they're in
Right.
trouble, because if you game plan for one, we got three other guys who are dogs. If you game plan for two, we got two other ones. If you don't game plan for us at all and think we just a minimum like NFL
Right.
defensive line, then you're in trouble.
In
Like no matter
trouble.
what, you're in trouble. So
That's
I
not
mean,
counting Tay. That's not counting Voss. That's not counting Tweez. Like,
exactly. So it's
Ty.
like it's hard. It's hard to even answer that question, because we gotta see, honestly, like we gotta see what they think of us. But either way it goes, they're in trouble.
Yeah. Regardless, though, there's two different styles, right? Hassan
Right.
Reddick is more of that. He's a smaller stature, kind of similar to Shaq Barrett a little bit, and more of a speed rusher. Yaya has that speed, but he brings a lot of power too with that.
Hmm.
I would say, we didn't get a chance to see David Walker really, but David Walker and Hassan are more similar body types with Braz and Yaya, kind of similar. How
Hmm.
are those styles different? Because they both want to rush on their sides. Yaya wants to go against the left. Hassan wants to go against the right. But Bowles ain't going to keep him there for a whole game. He's going to move
Yeah.
around, switch him around. How do the styles? Like how might it change the way you approach a play? Any given play, and do you kind of have a preference of having maybe a speedier, faster guy or a bigger, stronger guy next to you?
Honestly, it's always good to have a change up, switch up the pace of the game. Where I can be lined up on the side of Hassan, and he could just go, and then I could go on the side where Yaya, where he can go as well. But they both can power, they both can speed, but it's all dependent on how that offensive lineman really see them as, or if we like running a stunt or anything. But for the most part, like they both can go. So I mean, a lot of guys would more so think like, all right, Yaya gonna go power. He's more the bigger edge guy, so maybe we can do this. And then a lot of people are gonna think, oh, Hassan is more the twitchier or the faster guy. He's gonna go around the edge, and he can go right through your face on the power, or he could go up and under. And they both can do it all. So it's pretty good. It's a good thing to have both of those guys that can mix it up. That's why I say it's gonna be hard for guys to actually block us. It's gonna be crazy out there.
Do you prefer having like the speedier rushers next to you with you being like more of a speed guy, I don't want to say finesse guy because you certainly
Yeah.
have power, but you definitely rely, I feel like, on your speed rushing ability to get back there. Or do you prefer having that power guy next to you? I know it probably doesn't make a difference either way. You're getting to the quarterback, but if you had to
Yeah.
pick one.
Yeah, so it honestly doesn't it doesn't matter, yeah, honestly, but if I had to pick, it also depends on the quarterback too. So
Quarterback. Right.
if we got Lamar Jackson back there in the pocket, I want the power guy,
Yeah.
rather than if we got a guy, let's just say Matt Ryan. Just watching old tape on him, seeing that he don't scramble, he sits in the pocket, like having a guy like
Penix.
him. Yeah, him. He's a guy who's not going to run as much, I assume. So I would want the speed rusher, you know, guy next to me where he can go fly and get home, or
Right.
it's just all based on like, and it's based on the side. Like, so most quarterbacks are left-handed. I mean, are right-handed. So
Right.
the left side, you will want that power so that you can see him, so that
Right.
because the quarterback sees you coming, so you want to have eyes on the quarterback and rush with awareness rather than being on his blind side where you could just go.
Right.
So it's a lot that plays into it, but yeah, I'll probably prefer a power guy.
Yeah. And you kind of, you're perfect at this because you kind of segued me into one of my other questions that I had here. The Lamar Jackson types, the Jaden Daniels types. Is there more of a
Yeah,
focus being put on? Everyone wants to go make plays, but is there more of a focus maybe on gap discipline a little bit because with some of those rush lanes? Because there was times
yeah,
last year when you guys let the QB sneak out a little bit and it turned into a
yeah.
bigger play than it should have been.
Yeah, and it's more so like just being able to rush, but rush smart but not scared,
Right.
even though we
Right.
know what type of guy the quarterback is with his legs. It's more so just actually like still trying to get after him, but like be smart about it. So that's what I talk about with awareness, and that's something we did good this offseason. With the guys being in the OTAs and mini camp and training camp, on how we just read off of each other and being able to not like run into color. And what I mean by that is if I see Yaya in front of me, I'm not gonna run directly behind him. I'm gonna
Right.
fix him. Or if I'm in front of Vita, he's gonna fix me. Like no matter what, like we're gonna like work off of each other to avoid those type of things right there.
That's perfect. Because like when you look at it, there's going to be a lot of bodies in the backfield. I feel like it,
Yeah,
especially when you got those guys when they attack the outside with speed. It should in theory generate a more consistent pressure, given that interior pressure that you and Vita are going to create, right?
right.
Um, what's changed about the defensive line room now that Charlie Strong is in there? How has he kind of changed how the room operates? Obviously, Casey Rogers has been there for a while. You're bringing Charlie Strong. What's different?
Charlie is. I'm more so familiar with Charlie. Being from Miami and him being
The
Miami
mayor,
based.
right? That's what they
Yeah,
call
the
him.
Miami based recruiter. For everywhere he was. So I pretty much saw him a lot. Within me being in high school and like my friends and stuff. Like we all know who he were as a coach, and to have him now as a coach in the NFL, it's more it feel more like a family, and not saying that when Coach Casey wasn't family as well, because me and him, when I got drafted, he was the coach that was here with me, and we grew a great bond, and we grew to learn each other more and stuff like that, and we shared some fun times the past 2 years. But it's really the what I like about both. They're both. It was family oriented. It didn't feel like it was just me coming to work and he coming to work and we just doing our job and we getting up out of here. Like it's more we asking about how our families is, how's the wife, how's the girlfriend, or like how's the kids, what
Right.
you do on the off day, or off like where'd you travel, like it's like that with the both of them. So That's what I really appreciate. And then another thing with the both of them too, they want like for the defensive lineman to make all the plays. It's kind of crazy because Casey, when Coach Casey was here, he always like was finding a way for us to be able to make the play. Like he always, all right, we could have did this on this play. Like it could be a good play, but it could have been great. And Charlie is almost the same way where he just like, yeah, man, we could have did this, man. We could have made that play too. Like we should have got hit. Like it's the
Yeah.
same as that thing. Yeah.
So it's training your mind to see it for the next time you're out there, and then to
Right.
make that play. That's awesome. As far as we've talked a lot about it, your pass rush is tremendous. One thing that you talked about improving when we talked to you at exit interviews for us, not the team, but it's just improving as a run defender. What steps have you taken this offseason, and then kind of how has having a different voice in there maybe change some of the things that you were doing in years past?
I think some things that I wanted to fix in the off season, I was able to get on top of it, such as like just being able to be disruptive in the run game, just as much as I am in the pass game, and um, like I said it before in an interview where like playing in the run game and playing doubles and being able to be that guy you are in the pass game, it just gotta it goes from where in the past game where you have to play play more upfield, more fast, more with hands.
Disengaging, trying to get off,
Yeah, you wanna kind of like, and so in the past game you want to kind of be a little more on the separation side,
right? Getting
working half a
skinny,
man.
using your hands, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then more so on the run game where you want to engage and you want to be more physical, you want to be more violent, and that was something that I was able to do where I was able to put hands on guys and play my B gap and shed that guy, or if I had a double, play it with great technique because I'm an undersized defensive lineman, like everyone would say. Um, which is a physics thing,
hey, leverage wins.
every time. So like if you don't play football or know football, you wouldn't understand it. You would just see like, all right, 330-pound lineman,
Right,
one defensive lineman, 280 pounds. He's too small. We gonna move him up out of here. Like it's not that easy,
right.
and a lot of it comes from heart. Once if you got
It is.
that, then man, it's gonna be you gonna be all right.
Oh yeah,
But
my go ahead.
yeah, but like I was saying, man, just really having good technique, being able to penetrate that B gap, and put hands on guys and get the and it's really so finishing off of the blocks. A lot of times as defensive linemen, we kind of end up on a guy, and then when it's time to finish that take that extra step to make the play, we still got a guy engaged with us and stuff like that. So that was something that I'll emphasize, just being able to shed blocks more violently and stop guys in their tracks.
Right, and make the tackle when the hands on you too. It's
Right.
funny. My son plays defensive tackle, and against a lot of the kids we're going up against, he would be considered undersized. And he's like,
Uh,
"They're double teaming me on every play, Dad." I'm
yeah.
like, That's good though, because now someone else just came out as a free man and made the
Right.
tackle. It's a sucky part of the game. Everyone wants to pass rush. Everyone
Yeah.
wants to tackle. But defense, run stuffing is a big part of the game. And for your credit, you had I think 47 stops in the past 2 years, where you've kind of just that's it, not going through me. And
Yeah.
it's something that I've been trying to get him to, and that's something working. And just listen to you. I'm gonna do that drill tomorrow at defensive. We're gonna work on having a guy on you and still making the tackle.
Yeah.
So appreciate that. We'll use that one tomorrow. But you've got a guy next to you who has been nothing but a dominant run stuffer his entire career. Granted, he's got a little bit of size on you. Even though he's
Yeah.
slimmed down, we're getting, I think every year he's losing a little bit. He looked a little slimmer this year. I don't know. Maybe it's the Nam Kasu workouts that he's doing. But what has Vita Vea meant for you?
Man, Vita, having Vita here, he made everything easier, from a teammate standpoint, and getting to know each other more and more as a brother. Just being able to, do all the things the right way, put all of the time and things into his, like, the time and money into his body, and then like just things that like matters most to him. Just being able to lock in on that. I learned a lot from him just by, just being with him, being in my presence. With me being in his presence. Um, just learned a lot from him, man. Knows the game, knows how to take care of the body. He's a guy who you want to be around.
I got two more football kind of questions, and then we'll fly through some fun stuff with you. Just want to ask you your thoughts on some of the younger guys that came in here. Obviously, we didn't get to see a lot of Desmond Watson as he was trying to work himself into football shape, but getting to know him over the summer, what were your impressions on him? We'll start with him, and then I'll go through a couple of these other guys.
Me and Dez, so a lot of people don't know, but me and Dez, we actually played each other in high school.
Really?
Yeah, in the state championship game.
Wow.
It was Miami Northwestern versus Armwood. Yeah, 2018 and 2019. We 2017 and 2018 we played them. And I always knew who Dez was, and then when he came in, it was like, oh snap! Like I remember we played each other in high school, but cool dude, man. He was open to learn, despite all the problems that he had within like his issues with the weight and stuff like that. He a great football player, a lot of size as you can see, and he'll dominate. He could be a dominant guy in this league.
Yeah, just gotta work on yourself, and that's where it all starts.
Right.
Work on yourself. Elijah Roberts, talk about him. Brought in, I think he had the highest pass rush win rate. They listed him as an edge, which is even more
Yeah.
impressive. Throughout training camp, he got that sack. What have you seen from him and his addition as a versatile piece on this defensive line? Bowles and Charlie must be licking their chops with him.
Yeah, that boy Elijah, he got some juice, man. That's my boy. He got some juice. Miami guy, he can go, man. That's all I can. That's all I like, man. Is he a great size? He's fast. He can pass rush. He can play the run. Long arms. Uh, you know, is not much more you can ask for. I mean, he's learned the playbook. I mean, he's pretty much putting it all together at this point.
Yeah, it's another versatile piece that the Bucs can use, and I know Bowles likes that. They signed someone else. I asked you about him briefly yesterday at the locker room, but you talk about size. Another guy coming in, 6'6", 331, Jason Jones. I know you haven't really got a chance to really kind of get to know him that much as you guys haven't really practiced other than yesterday, and he wasn't out there.
Yeah.
But what have you seen from this guy? Just kind of getting to know him, the size, the ability, and what do you think he can addition do you think he can make to this room?
He's another big body that we can use, with the long arms, like I said. Big guy. Excuse me, sorry about that. Big guy, strong. He's another guy who a lot of potential. I saw some of his film in the preseason where he did some great things on tape.
Crazy.
So I mean, this is really just more so just putting it all together, and being ready when you've been called.
Absolutely. And being ready when you're called is something that you've done since you came here. But year 3, you came in with a couple of guys. You knew one of them really well, Servassier Dennis. Another one's I safe to say has become one of your best friends on the team, and Yaya Diaby. I know all three of you guys are super close. What has it meant for you, especially with Voss, to come in with all those guys, and now all three of you are in a starting lineup, especially when you think about it, 3rd and 5th rounders aren't guaranteed a damn thing. You were guaranteed a shot to start. They weren't guaranteed that opportunity, and they've worked their asses off to get there. And now all three of you guys from the defensive side of the ball of that draft are now out here ready to go week 1 as starters. What does that feel like? What is that like?
I wouldn't say it's crazy because, we always talked about this day, and being able to be out there in the field at the same time. But, I mean, it's going to be fun, man. You out there with guys that you came in with. It just feels more like of a brotherhood, man. Like, dang, like we came into the NFL together. Now we out here
Right.
on the field together, you know. So it's a great thing, man. We gonna all feed off of each other. We gonna, make plays, and then we gonna push each other as well. So I can't wait, man. It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited to see all three of you guys do your work. All three of you made an appearance in my superlatives. I've got you, spoiler, winning my defensive MVP for the Bucs. I actually got you tied with Zion. I think you guys are
Uh-huh.
gonna have a heck of a year. I got breakthrough is Yaya, and then most improved is my boy Voss. I've got you making
Yeah.
the Pro Bowl this year with
Solid.
10 and a half. I think it's 10 and a half or 11 and a half sacks. So not lead the league. Maybe you can prove
Hmm.
me wrong there, but still double digits.
Yeah.
So I'm really high on this defense. I'm really high on what you can bring to the table this year, especially coming in for a full season and just watching the work you did this offseason, which was really cool. Let's fly through some of this
Appreciate
fun
that,
stuff.
man.
Absolutely. Call it like I see it. You can see I'm a Patriots, Bruins, Red Sox fan.
Mhm.
I don't owe any allegiances to the Tampa Bay, so I call it like I see it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite go-to pregame meal?
Go to pregame meal. I probably won't eat like the actual meal, but I'll eat like a PB and J, and if not a PB and J, I'll probably do like a turkey sub and some chips or something like that.
What about the night before? What are you doing to carb load up? Are you still carb loading up like we're in high
Yeah.
school and spaghetti dinners? You guys having spaghetti dinners?
Yeah. But I mean, the night before is more so either pasta, grilled wings, or sometimes I'll just probably order. I order some on, DoorDash or Uber Eats or something. But it's just like college, when you get the whole like layout and stuff like that at the facility. You got different meals to choose from, and I also get like a scoop of ice cream in there too.
Got to treat yourself, right?
You got to.
Um, what's any game day superstitions you're following nowadays?
Not really. I'll probably just pray, listen to some music, and I mean, it's if you ain't ready by then it's too late, So
Absolutely.
that's about it, man. I'll give my grace to God, being able to go out there on the grass, because I know what it's like when when it was taken away from me. So
All right.
just being able to thank Him and then go out there and just put it all on film.
What's bumping in the headphones?
I'm definitely listening to some NBA YoungBoy on the hype side of it. I can go to Meek Mill on the motivational, heartfelt side of it. Some YFN Lucci. Um, I could mix it up, man. I could mix it up.
Who's worse on the ox in the locker room?
The worst on the ox.
Yeah.
Uh, Worst on the ox in the locker room.
You
Like,
can throw Jose under the bus because he's not here anymore. Although he did leave the speaker, which is a stud.
yeah.
Not
Now,
without taking a part at a parting shot at Yaya though. That was
Ho-
hilarious.
He used to play some good music. Damn, I'll
Or
probably
who's the
say
best?
the best.
I heard you were gonna say Coach Keith. I could get behind that.
Nah, I was gonna say Coach Wade.
Oh, Coach Wade. Okay.
Yeah, our strength coach. So one of the preseason games, he was in there playing music, and he like, man, I don't see how y'all do this, man. Help me out, man. So I'll just say him. But the best, I'll probably go with probably Jose was the best, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tune's bumping. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received and that you've carried with you? Or maybe you imparted onto some of the younger guys that come in.
Oh, just being able to be where your feet are, live in a moment, control what you can control, but really be where your feet are. I didn't really get a grace of that until I got here in the NFL for real, and it actually hit me. Coming in as a rookie, I'm like, man, I want to do this, I want to do that. I want to be here. I want to be there. Like I was just setting all these goals for myself, and when I really, it was all the small things that I needed to take care of, and just put one foot forward every day. When I was trying to, yeah, I want to be rookie of the year. I want to defensive rookie of the year. I want to do here. I want to do that, and then boom, I forget to take care of my body, or I slip up and I have an injury. Like it's so just being where your feet are, and it's really just put one foot forward every
I know
day.
you do you regret throwing the lead the league in sacks out there with
No,
that
I
monster
don't.
that you live in?
I I don't regret that now. I don't regret that now because I've put on film, and I know for a fact what I can do in this league with 17 games. I only say what I said just now in the past. That would be something that I would want to, like, my younger self to know, was
Right.
because I was I wouldn't sit here and say I was not doing all the right things to be in position to go out there and play,
You said other
because
things on your mind, you had distractions that you were trying to get
exactly.
through.
So
Now
just
you're
being able to
distracted.
like focus and narrow things down, and and that's something I had to learn. And I wouldn't even call it a loss. It'll be, I'll just say, like, a setback. That's it. And that's something I was able to learn from rather than lose from. So I appreciate that, actually.
Absolutely.
And with the work I put in this off season and being able to put myself in the best position, that's where my confidence come from. It's really just from the work I put in. It's not even me being cocky or nothing. It's I just know the work that I put in, so that's where it come from.
Hey, what's that lyric? I'm not cocky, I'm confident. So when you tell me I'm the best, it's a compliment. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on, you know how it goes. We know you liked you're on the sticks, one of the best at NCAA. I think that was proven last year during training camp. You're also on Fortnite, but and movies is something you like to do. Obviously, travel. But what are some
Mhm.
other things that you like to do to decompress on your off day when you get home from the facility, and then especially in the off season when you're not having to focus solely on football?
More so we're in a season. On my off days, it's more so just taking care of the body, or I'll probably run a game or two, or three on Fortnite or NCAA, and then off season is more so traveling, fishing. Um, what else I like to do? Traveling, fishing, and then really just that's about it, honestly. I actually got into golf a little later
Okay.
this off season, which I wish I'd have got into it a little earlier so I can spend more time into it, because I actually liked it. But that's about it.
Vita plays golf. You play with Vita?
I actually didn't. My first time playing was the Friday before we had to report to camp,
Oh
and
wow.
I went to a charity event down in Miami, for Cal Kuzma's foundation,
Yeah.
and I actually golfed for the first time and made contact. So I'm like, man, I wish I would have started this back in March.
Wait, you picked up the clubs for the first time ever playing a charity golf game? How did you do?
Exactly.
How did
I
you do?
just
Was it all
I
right?
did pretty good. I
Okay.
don't know if they was
Okay.
like, but I don't know if they was like just making me feel good, but I did pretty good.
Well, I know Mike used to do it with his charity. He's like, I don't play golf, but other people do, so they could go have fun. And Mike would just hang out and talk and hang out with the family and talk to other people.
Yeah,
So that's funny. Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Florida is one of the best places. I don't know how to golf either. I would like to, especially for like the beer cart and the golf cart experience.
yeah,
I'm not great. I'm not good at mini golf, so nothing makes me believe I'll be good at putting at all.
yeah.
But it's a good time, and we're in Florida, and I know half the people on the
Right.
team golf too. So this is going to be some rapid fire questions, either this or that, and then we'll go into your favorites. So this or that is either this or that, and then favorites, just give me rapid fire answer and whatever your favorite is. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation,
Beach or the mountains?
Beach,
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Who's your favorite hero?
Uh, probably go with probably go with freak.
So many.
I'll probably say Captain America.
Yeah, it's Captain America's always good. New one, like
Yeah.
Steve Rogers, Captain America, or Anthony Mackie, Captain America.
The old one, yeah.
Oh, yeah, old Steve Rogers is good. Are you a city guy, country guy?
City. I mean,
Uh,
I'm a mixture of both. Like I
yeah,
can adapt. I could adapt to both.
yeah. You know, you hang out in the city, spend some time in the country. I feel like is a
Right.
car or truck guy.
Truck.
What are you pushing?
TRX.
Okay. Would you rather sit down and watch a movie or a TV series?
I was a big movie guy, but I've been watching series lately. So
What's
I'll
some of the
probably
series
say
you're watching?
I just finished The Better Sister.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, I
It's
just finished that.
crazy.
So I'm gonna try. I think it's another one. I was recommended. We Are Liars or something like that.
We Are Liars. Yeah, I heard that was good. I think that's on HBO or something like that. Apple's got some really great series too, especially if you're into like the fantasy
Apple.
sci-fi at all. They've got some
Yeah.
really good stuff over there.
Okay.
All right, rapid fire. What's your favorite movie?
I probably gotta go with Next Friday.
Classic.
Mhm.
Are you pimp down, man in distress? Artist. What's your favorite artist? Like musical genre.
Favorite artist right now. Uh, because it varies every now and then.
I
But
feel that.
favorite right now, I'll probably go with Gunna.
Favorite sports team growing up.
I wasn't big on like sports teams, but I always had like favorite players. Like I was a Reggie Bush, I was a Frank Gore, I was a Clinton Portis. I was all skill players.
Yeah. Did you get to talk to Frank Gore Jr. after the game?
I actually did it. But I
Yeah.
mean,
You'll get another chance. He's on the
yeah,
practice squad.
I'll
He'll
see him again.
be up there in week 10. Yeah, that's not good. What's your favorite place you've ever visited?
My favorite place I ever visited, I'll probably say Turks and Caicos.
Favorite food?
Favorite food, I gotta go with. I'm actually a pizza guy on the low. I
Pizza's
love
great.
pizza. Yeah, I love pizza.
Do so much with it too. Like, you know,
Yeah,
if you want this, then you can have this or that. Eddie and Sam's downtown. That's a good one if you haven't been to that pizza shop.
Eddie and Sam's.
It's like a New York style pizza. They fly their
Okay,
water in from New York, so it has that New York water taste. Phenomenal. Definitely check that out. Favorite cereal?
Captain Crunch.
Yeah, it's a good one. I love Captain Crunch with or without the berries. Huh?
I gotta go with berries.
With
Captain
the
Crunch with
berries.
the berries,
The only problem,
and I'm a cinnamon toast crunch guy.
it's a goat. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is a goat. The only
Yeah.
thing about Captain Crunch is you're either shredding your teeth or sometimes it leaves that weird flavor in your mouth afterwards. But I still love Captain
Yeah.
Crunch berries, especially the peanut butter one's good too. Favorite game you've ever watched?
Favorite game I ever watched. Uh, I think it was the college football ch- championship. Was it with I want to say Cam Newton. It was Auburn versus Oregon.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that was my favorite one I ever watched.
that was a good one. Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show. Freak. Um, I got a few. I used to like Treehouse Masters. I used to like.
Yes,
I used to like Tank.
Tanked is great.
Ridiculousness.
Classic.
And then I gotta go with yeah, Tank, Ridiculousness, Treehouse Masters. That's probably it. That's
Bro,
probably it.
they would run those marathons with Tank the Trios Masters. I'd look up and I'd be there for 4 hours watching
Oh,
Trios.
I used to watch Call of the Wild Man too.
That's good. There's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of these new, like they've had Naked and Afraid, but Alone is a good one that's
Yeah.
out there. And they've got a couple other, and Bear Grylls when he brings the celebrities out there in the wild
Uh-huh.
makes me like pig shit and it's crazy. It's fun.
I
to watch.
gotta check it out. I haven't been watching TV shows lately though, but
Yeah,
when I used to, I was big on those four.
Bear Grylls is on Netflix. He's got a lot of stuff where he'll bring celebrities out into the middle of like just the wilderness, drop them somewhere, have them
Mhm.
parachute out of a helicopter in the middle of the woods. Crazy.
Mhm.
Would you do well on that, you think? You got survival skills? No.
I'm all good, man. I'm all good.
Favorite dessert?
I'm a cake guy, and I just learned about the place Nothing But Cakes
Yeah.
probably like a little over a year and a half ago, and that's like my
Yeah.
favorite dessert.
The bunk cake, nothing bunk cakes. No, those are bomb.
Yeah,
Favorite season?
I gotta go with summer.
Yeah, summer is great. Favorite sports memory?
My favorite sports memory was me and Pee Wee football. My first year playing football, I sent someone to the hospital. I had a
God.
I had a big hit on somebody and sent them to the hospital. And my aunt, who passed away, she actually told me like she was scaring me after the game. Like, man, you know they about to take you to jail. You just hit that little kid too hard.
Jesus.
And that was like my like favorite memory from football because it was my first year and I actually was like the biggest one on the team. So I had I had a lot of crazy highlights and stuff, but that was one that always stuck with me.
You knew it. You knew from that hit. You
Yeah.
knew you were destined for the NFL. That was it. There's nothing else you wanted to do. Favorite play you've ever made? Was it that one
favorite
or a different one? What do you got?
My favorite play I ever made was probably this was my uh I played at Pop Warner football, Liberty City Warriors, and we were junior midget, so that was 120 pound, and I had a sack. We were down, I think 8-12. We were down, and I got a sack to give us the ball back. Versus we was playing actually right here I think in Orlando or somewhere in St. Pete or Orlando was playing Sweetwater Falcons
Yeah.
up from Jacksonville, and I got a sack to give us the ball, and I got a big sack on fourth down, got us the ball back, and we went down, scored, and won 14-12,
Nice.
to the national championship, which was at the Worldwide of Sports in Orlando.
Yeah, ESPN, yeah.
Yeah, ESPN. So that was probably my favorite play ever, and
That's
it's still on YouTube to this day. So if you want to check
yeah.
it out,
Yeah, I need that link. I need that link.
all right.
Favorite player growing up.
Favorite player,
Yeah.
uh, I probably say I'll probably go Randy Moss. I'll probably go Randy Moss.
I mean, Patriots right behind me. Randy Moss was
Yeah.
when he went to the Patriots. It was crazy. Damn, Eli Manning. It was holding on that play, blatant holding. As a defensive player, watch that play and try not to freak out. He's got his
Yeah.
hand around his neck, and like they did, like the documentary came out, and I was like freaking out in the living room because it still bothers me. It's undefeated season. My wife's like, "Is
Yeah.
everything okay?" I'm like, "No, they didn't call him for holding. It was played. It was on the Tyreek helmet catch. It's crazy." Anyways, last one. Favorite game you played in?
Favorite game I played in, at any level or
Any level?
NFL? Any level. Um. Uh. I'll probably say. So I got two. I'll probably go with my my was it? Yeah, it was my junior. No, my yes, my third year in college, or my 21 season in college, where we played Tennessee at their home field. It was the Johnny Majors
Yeah.
classic. Pitt versus Tennessee in 21 when we went there. That was my first time playing in a stadium with that many people. And like it was so crazy to the point where people were like watching the game, and like we pull up to the game, people were in their like on their boats in the river,
That's
like
crazy.
they literally like in their boats in the river, like filled up, like all the boats are docked up and it's packed out with people on there like pre-gaming and stuff for the game. And then the stadium was even like the atmosphere was electric. Like the fans was talking a lot of smack. It was
Oh yeah.
packed out. It was super loud. Like they got like a 3-and-out. The first drive was super loud. Then we go on defense. The offense get the ball in the red zone off a block punt. So like it was a great like place to play at. And then with our back against the wall, and then like I like playing at away stadiums and stuff. And then their fans is super hyped. And then by the end of the game, they're quiet because we won. So
Yeah. You
it
like
was
that.
that. Yeah, it was that
You like
game.
shutting them up.
Right. It was that game, and then it was Philly, my rookie year in the playoffs. That was a fun game too. Like the whole stadium was going crazy,
That
and
was
then
that was crazy. I think that game, that was your rookie year.
yeah,
I've never seen the stadium like that before. It
yeah,
was
it was crazy.
absolutely insane because Tampa, it's such a destination place, and people selling their tickets, and everyone wants to come down to Florida for the weekend or for the long week and go to Disney and come see their team play against the Bucs. So
Yeah,
it's difficult sometimes to get like a real true home crowd there. That playoff
mhm.
game was on another level. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
that game was crazy.
It was great. Any games you have circled? You said you like playing away. You're going back up to Detroit.
Uh, yeah,
Seattle's another away
going back up to
game.
Detroit. That game was crazy too. It was loud. It was loud as hell in there. But Detroit, um,
Seattle is another one known for their crowd noise.
Seattle. I've heard about the crowd
How was
there.
Kansas City last year?
It was pretty cool, but it wasn't it
It wasn't
wasn't great. Yeah, it wasn't like crazy,
loud
crazy, but
because they got that
excuse me.
reputation too. But you guys were right
But
there with them. They didn't. It's not like they blew you
the
out. They were loud
yeah,
early.
the Bills get pretty like they get they stadium pretty cool for real. And it's like they got like a catchy little saying up there where they like say something little, it's something catchy. If I could hear it, I'll know it. But
Bills Mafia. We got that up week 10. Watch out! They'll throw things on the field like they do in the
oh yeah,
WNBA.
I remember now. Reminded me they were doing that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they got a pretty loud stadium. The Bills. Houston, my rookie year was pretty. It was a little fun playing them. And yeah. So Seattle, Houston, Detroit, and Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going to Detroit and Houston my first times at those stadiums, so I'm excited to see if
Okay.
the crowd noises is really what they say it is. So
Yeah.
excited for that one. Cool. Calijah, I want to thank you so much for your time here. You made this 100th episode super special for me.
No
Hopefully
problem,
special for
man.
the fans that are got to know not just the football side, but you more on a personal level. I always feel like sometimes when you're talking about things, you don't know if a kid's watching, like, oh, my favorite thing is, or even a grown
Right.
ass man, who knows, they're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's my favorite too. And it brings that connection. And now guess what? You're their favorite player. So
Right.
I think it's always a fun thing I like to do. And all the football questions, man, tremendous answers. Like I said, I got high hopes for you this year. I see a Pro Bowl. I see double-digit sacks for you. I listed you as my defensive MVP for the season. I
Hmm.
think there's a lot in store for you. Excited to see where it goes. But I want to thank you again for taking the time to come on and hop on with me. Appreciate that a lot, man.
Nah, no problem, man. Appreciate you, man. We cool, man. We good.
Absolutely. I'll see you tomorrow at practice.
All right, see you, man.
Later, bro.
Yep.
That's gonna do it for this episode of the Pirate Parlay podcast. Super big thanks to Calijah Kancey for coming in here. 100 episodes, guys. We did it. We got the Cannon Fire clips. They're starting to come out. I've got some coming out this week with my superlatives. I just gave you a little tip right there. Calijah Kancey's Zion McCollum co-defensive MVPs. There's so many. I still couldn't pick one. We've got my season predictions coming out on Cannon Fire clips. And also 10 bold predictions. I have a feeling a lot of you Bucs fans are going to specifically like one of them. So look for those to all come out during this week. I'll also have on Friday, we'll have my interview with Garrett Chapman of Falcons on SI, previewing the Falcons for this matchup on Sunday. And we'll also get another Cannon Fire clip too before the weekend's over about my keys to Cannon Fire. Well, what do the Bucs need to do to win this game? So we'll have that all and more. Again, a lot more content coming your way. this season. We're gonna really step it up this year to give you guys some of the best coverage again here in the Tampa Bay area. Tons of work over on Bucs Game Day. Check that out as well. Like, subscribe, turn notifications. As always, anyone listening to podcast form after this, come check us out live on YouTube. But if not, we still appreciate the support there. Guys, it's 100 episodes in. 100 episodes in. Couldn't do without your support. Keep on getting those subscribers up. Again, share this link, send it to friends, get them to subscribe. Let's keep building the brand. And excited to keep giving you guys this content all season long for another year. This is going into year 3 of the Pirate Parlay podcast. So appreciate everything. You guys have a great day, great night, and we'll catch you guys next time on the Pirate Parlay podcast here on the Sick Podcast Network. We're out of here. Peace.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast Pirate Parlay on YouTube, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.